favourite day of the week and the wobbliest day of the week. Look how bad I am at filming, it's so wobbly. But it's time for Roger. He made it today. So Amy has chosen shelf right 3 and Sean has chosen shelf left 1. So Roger has decided to do a handstand on the polish he's chosen. Let's have a look, see what it is. So all of that shelf is all Born Pretty and it's completely random, but this is a cat eye. So we'll have a look at that a little bit better. Look at him go, isn't he a freaking champion? So I ended up throwing it at the back of the shelf instead of the front of the shelf. I was really hoping to get one of those more vibrant colours, but we got an orangey brown, which I am not happy about. I struggled to figure out what to do with these two colours together. I love this colour. It's No Maps from Madam Glam, and you can save 30% at Madam Glam using code LittleNailRoom30. It's one of my favourite autumnal colours. It's gorgeous, but I didn't know how to make it like spring-like. And then we have this cat eye from Born Pretty, and you can save 10% at Born Pretty using, no, 12% at Born Pretty using code TLNR10. I'm going to try and get the 10 changed to a 12 or just keep it at TLNR. It says it's a cat eye. This is me trying to figure out what to do. It says it's a cat eye, but it didn't really move much. Don't ever remember using that polish, so I might never have used it. It was very full. So we decided to do the whole nail in No Maps. I was hoping it was going to come across more orangey, so to try and counteract the fall autumnal colour that it is, we added a little bit of KiKiLondon Neon Princess to the corners. And because No Maps is such a deep dark colour, I was worried that this was going to take an absolute age to like build up and really stand out a little bit. Didn't want it to stand out too much because obviously that's not the primary colour that we're going to use. So a little bit of a tip, if you are doing anything like this, trying to blend a colour, add a colour, do an ombre, and the colours are so drastically different, add a little bit of clear acrylic powder over the top of it. Give it a little dust off after you've cured, and then it just helps the polish suck onto it, like latch onto it, sucks it all up, and it just makes it much more vibrant. Really makes it like stick there rather than the sponge applying it and pulling it straight back off. So it really sticks on there. So clear acrylic powder for future reference, which I can't remember where I heard it from. It's been a few years, but it is such a game changer. I mean, this is like 2 coats, 3 coats, dabbing with the sponge, and it is vibrant. So I wanted to make sure that the orangey brown was still blended and showing through all of that middle section. So we flip the sponge round and just add a little bit of No Maps just to blend those colours a little bit better together. Now, because we use clear acrylic, sometimes it can leave like a grainy finish over the entire nail. So to counteract that, we just do a base coat, ready to move on to the next step. Smooth everything out, the clear acrylic literally disappears. So then it was time to do the cat eye. Like I said, in the bottle, like the brush on the bottle when I was using the magnet, it didn't look like it did an awful lot, and it still didn't really on the nail. I gave the bottle a good shake, I gave it a really good stir, but I'm just presuming that this cat eye is a little bit like the Omnipotent cat eye, but it doesn't have that much zhuzhiness about it, which is fine. It's really pretty. So once that is cured, the next thing I thought of adding to make it more spring-like, more summery, a bit more brighter, was to add a few hibiscus flowers. So using Born Pretty's Pro Painting Gel, which is one of my favourite gel paints, love them. The dotting tool is from Madam Glam, my favourite dotting tool as well. Just adding 3 dots together, one a little bit higher, 2 either side of it a little bit lower, and that will create like the one petal. Drag them all into the middle, and it just creates the cutest little hibiscus flower. It's adorable. So usually when I'm doing an hibiscus flower, I think I show you better in the second flower that I do, but usually I like to do like a 5-pointed star. So I'll make the dots I'll do a dot on like a 5-pointed star where the tips would be. And then once that's all done, so you can get the proportions right, then I will add the 2 dots either side of the first dot a little bit lower. I think I'll show you here. But it just makes like planning it out a little bit easier. And then obviously once you've pulled in, so I pull in either side of the petal, so the 2 lower dots on the outside of them, pulling them in, down the middle-ish from the top centre dot, and then just add a few extra drag lines, and it's a petal, it's perfect. And then dip your brush in. You want the brush, the polish on the brush or the gel paint on the brush to have a little bit of like pooling towards the tip of the brush, which sometimes, you know, most of the time we don't want that, because when it comes to doing fine details, we want it to be all fully coated and no pooling. But for doing that little stem in the centre of the flower, we want it to be a little bit thicker on the end, and doing that makes it a little bit better. And then a few dots and we are done. What do you think? Considering I was really freaked out by the brown and the glitter, the silver glitter, I am really chuffed with how this has come out. So please do let me know what you think as well. I might be showing you a little extra video at some point over the weekend. Head on over to my Instagram for more information, just in case. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and if you're interested in choosing your own shelf to take part in Triple F with Roger and myself, follow the link in the description box to join the channel's membership options. Everyone that joins, doesn't matter what level, what stage you're at of the membership, you can take part. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.